guys, Gun Hunter Plays Minecraft. Welcome back to Gut Plays Minecraft Ogrecraft episode 35. And as you can see, I'm at minus 496, 0 minus 496, and now I'm at 0 minus 511, and that's important because that is the line of a block of a chunk. And come over here, 16 blocks, and that is the actual outline of a chunk there. And so the reason that's important is that lines up with a chunk. That means that would all be in memory all at the same time, always. So if you walk far enough away that that chunk unloads, all of it will unload at the same time. This is going to be the platform for our iron farm that we're building here. And I did not design this originally. I got this design off a guy off of YouTube, obviously. And I will give a link in the description of the video. And what I'm going to tell you is I had to make some changes, and I think I'm going to make some more changes to the changes I made. There we go. Okay, so that hole there is important because that's going to be where the villagers go. I went ahead and replaced that outside wall with all glass. So that outside wall is actually all glass, and it's actually outside of the chunk. And under that hole, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a pod out of glass with one solid block at the bottom. There we go. Now that's all done, guys. And that block there, I'm going to go ahead and put a torch on that. And that's where the villagers are going to go, and that torch is going to keep them from having bad guys spawn in there. Because you would hate to have a witch or a zombie spawn in there. That would be very bad for the villagers. And this is going to count as a village once it's all done. So I had to move it way out here away from town. If you watched my last video, you saw me move all those guys. So right now I'm just going to set up a thing here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have water push them into that hole. Remember, they're above me, so this way I can drop them down into the water, and they won't take damage from that water. And then I just need to make sure I go 8 blocks out from that hole. There we go. So there's 8. 8 there. And I have to figure it out, but I want to have water push them into that hole there. Give me that thing. I really do like the bamboo. I like that scaffolding. That's one of the neater things. Okay, so if I put a bucket of water down here in this corner, it's going to cover half of this area here, because this is an 8x8 area in the middle here. So what I'm thinking of doing is if I do these outside corners, the water should end right at that hole on both sides. Hey, it worked! Alright, guys. We're cooking with oil now. So I'm going to block off half of this area. 9 blocks, or I'm 8 blocks out from the hole. Go. And actually, I'm going to have to raise this up. I want to raise these walls up, because once I drop those guys down here, I don't want them climbing over this wall and getting into the rest of the iron farm. Then I'd have to chase them around. So let's go ahead and we're just going to raise this wall up, make it too high, and that way they'll be nicely trapped for us. And any fall damage that they do take, we'll go ahead and heal that up at the end. Okay, so that worked perfectly. All the water is headed straight down that hole. And all we have to do is go up and fetch the villagers. So let's get started. Let's see, I want to just hit the edge of that. Alright. Ah, I lined up just perfectly. Okay, I didn't want to come in through the bottom because I suspect there's guys right there. Yeah. I didn't want to come in through between them. That might have been a problem. Go ahead and block that off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole through the bottom here, where I think they'll drop into the water below. And I'm going to have to break all these mine carts, and hopefully we can salvage most of these. We got these out of abandoned mines, actually. When Bedrock first came out, there was tons of abandoned mines. I don't know why. All right, through the power of editing, they're all free here, and we're just going to go ahead and see if we can get them to go down that hole for us. And if I'd have been smart, I would have put some dirt down there already because they were all huddled up over here, right? Let's go ahead and we're going to block that so that I think maybe a couple guys already fell down there, but we're going to go ahead and block that. And then that way maybe they'll, they won't win. Nope. Hey, guys. No, not back there. There we go. Let's fill that in. And you, sir, get down. Get down, sir. All right. Villagers are goofballs. They are major goofballs. Alright. And some of these guys have jobs and some of them don't, but that's not going to matter right now on Bedrock anyway. It doesn't work like Java. And all we need to do is just have villagers and beds. If they make it work like Java, we'll have to redo the iron farm again, but let's see if I... Yep, I got it. Perfect. On down the hole, boys. Nothing to see here. Move along, move along. I say, sir, get down that hole. Go down the 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 hole. I say, sir, down the hole. Alright. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and, before I seal them down in that pod completely. There you go. Alright, let's go down there and check it out, make sure they're okay. But before I seal that completely, I will go ahead and drop some health potion on them. Oh wow, they almost all went through already. That's good. I didn't think about that being in the way. And there they are. And actually, accidentally let some water down there earlier through the power of editing. You didn't see that. So I'm probably going to have to put another light source in there. If I'd have done a better job, I'd be okay with just that torch we put in. But I'll probably put some glowstone in there and put that in as one of the blocks there, and then that way it won't be dark in there, because if it was dark, they could spawn in a zombie or a witch or something. All right, and we're back. And I've got all the water ready to go. The villagers are down there. There's a little health form, like I said I was going to do. I did remember. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to seal this up. There we go. And so I've got the dirt set up and I've got the water set up. The guy that I got this original design from, he used stairs here and waterlogged the stairs, but the problem was that the golems will actually spawn on the edge of the stair and just stand there forever. So that's why I put the walls one block outside of the actual chunk here, but that actually doesn't matter. The wall, if the wall's not inside the spawn area, or the chunk area, I mean, it doesn't matter. The water knows where to go, no matter whether the wall is visible in the chunk or not. It won't suddenly just pour off the sides or something. But you do have to leave. The other trick here is that you need to have 2 blocks there right in the middle that don't have water in them. And that way the water doesn't go down the hole in the middle. Because this is 16 by 16 blocks, so the water can go 8 blocks over, right? So let's go ahead and see. Yep, it's all working perfectly. Okay, guys, and now we're back, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish up the iron farm very quickly. Just make a area here, a kill zone. This is going to be the area where the lava kills the iron golems and also the cats, because the new iron farms, you know, it's a village. It counts as a village, and so cats will spawn in here. And that led me to make some changes to the original design as well. So I want to be able to get the cats out of there if I decide I want some cats later on. but I can't, like normally I would use water there. On my old iron farms, I would put water at the bottom. But I can't do that because the cats would catch fire, potentially hit the water, and not die, and then we would just have all these cats inside of their trap, and we'd have to let them all out, and then I guess kill them one by one. And nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to kill a cat. You get cat all over your good sword, you know. Nobody wants that. That's naughty. That's gross. That's right. We got to leave this one open here. Sorry. I'll show you in a minute. That's one of the things I'm adding. Let's go ahead and we just got to finish this glass here. Now I put some red there at the level where the actual lava will be. And, oops, missed that one. And I'm actually using some random pieces of light gray in with clear. Just so there's a little texture here. You know, they're not all exactly the same. It's sterile looking. Go ahead and we can bring that glass all the way to the bottom there. Okay, so now we're all done. Just got to add the dispenser for the lava. And that way we can turn the lava on and off. Put in some signs on either side. There's the door. And get out. Place the glass, and once we get this done, there's only one more thing to do, and that's to place those beds. Alright, now put a lever here. There we go. That way we can open the door and let the cats out if we want. But actually nobody can go inside there, but she would never want to go in there. That actually looks pretty good, I think. That turned out very nicely. Go ahead and turn the lava on. And because of those signs there, as you know, then that thinks that's a solid block. So basically all you do is you come along the bottom here, you're one block in on all sides. And on one side you've got just a row of beds, and on the other side you've got a row of beds going from that pod all the way to the end there. I'll put it, like I said, I'll put a link in there to the original video that I was basing this off of. The only thing is you have to remove the blocks that are under the beds and just leave the beds floating, because there we go. If you don't, the cats will actually spawn there on the beds or inside the beds, and then they'll just sit there forever. And nobody wants that. And the beds will just stay where you put them, and it works. So, just another tip from your old Uncle Gut Muncher there, you know. Alright, and we're all done, man. This is a functioning iron farm now. All we got to do is wait a minute, and we should get a iron golem. Now, I will say that this iron golem, this iron farm here on Bedrock now, since the Village and Pillage update, this works. I've got it working. There we go. But what I'm gonna say is that's actually our second iron golem, this thing, because the first one I missed. But what I'm gonna say is this thing does not exceed expectations. Here I spent a good amount of time here, maybe like an hour playing, and I got 51 iron out of it. Maybe not quite an hour. And some of the time I might have been out of range. You have to be within, I think, 54 blocks of it or something. But anyway, it's working pretty well. It's working well enough for me because this is the only one that I know that works. So I guess this is good enough, right? If this is all we can have, then it's good enough. And when they make some changes, well, we'll make some changes and replace this. But in the meantime, in between time, thanks for watching. I sure appreciate it. Please subscribe, please click like, and please let me know what you think in the comments below. And I thank you for watching, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.